Good evening, and welcome to the second episode of the new stand-up news, real news and really good news only. I'm David, and I'd like to introduce my co-anchor, Dana. Say hi there.
Everyone.
Hello out there.
Hi, yeah, really nice to be here.
And
hey, David, yeah, can we, yeah, great, thank you.
I will start with the first story, which is a wonderful, heartwarming story about a not very nice topic, the Ukrainian war. Plastic windows designed by a Cambridge PhD student are helping transform uninhabitable houses in war-torn parts of Ukraine into livable homes. Henry Houston created the Insulate Ukraine project to replace bullet and bomb-damaged windows. He has paused his biotech studies to concentrate on this initiative, which has already installed hundreds of windows across Ukraine. An Insulate Ukraine window has 4 layers of protection and allows in light, unlike other replacement windows. The window design uses polyethylene, PVC piping, pipe insulation, and duct tape. Of course, duct tape always, in every invention has duct tape, to create 4 layers of insulation. It only costs about $15 per square yard of window, and it can be built at home in 15 minutes. The project aims to create hubs across the country that can replace any shattered window within 24 hours, with the work largely being carried out by local people. Now, how's that for a helpful invention?
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. Yeah, that is.
So who do we have next up, Dana?
Oh, well, first we're going to hear from the science desk tonight, David. So let's bring Anya, reporter Anya from the science desk.
I remember her from last week, yes.
Yeah.
Hi, thanks for bringing me back. It's good to see you both.
Hi, Anya.
Hi. So I have a really sweet story about a new dad. An old male bald eagle named Murphy, who adopted a rock as an egg, has just been given a real foster baby. People are totally invested in Murphy becoming a real dad after he spent weeks nurturing his rock baby. On March 8th, 2023, a keeper at World Bird Sanctuary in St. Louis County, Missouri, noticed something odd. A male bald eagle named Murphy. My dog's getting excited about this. A male bald eagle named Murphy was guarding what appeared to be a large depression in the ground. The spot was sparsely but carefully decorated with leaves and branches and featured a simple rock right in the center. Murphy began sitting on the rock, nudging it, and became fiercely protective of it as if it were an egg. People visiting the sanctuary would inquire about the bald eagle just sitting there, wondering if he was okay. The keepers finally put up a sign that read, "If you see an eagle lying down in the back left corner under a perch, that's Murphy. Murphy is not hurt, sick, or otherwise in distress. He has built a nest on the ground and is very carefully incubating a rock. We wish him the best of luck." In case you're wondering if this is unusual behavior for a 31-year-old male bald eagle, the answer is not really, but male bald eagles do share equally in nesting and baby raising. We have a lot to learn from them. So the paternal instinct part is normal. Murphy's channeling of that instinct onto a rock, maybe not so much. But Murphy takes fatherhood seriously, though. Soon he began screaming and charging at the 4 other eagles in the aviary if they came anywhere near Rock Baby. That's the official name the keepers gave Murphy's rock baby. Naturally, the screaming and charging caused a fair amount of stress for all involved, so Murphy and Rock Baby were moved to their own enclosure for everyone's protection. Now, an opportunity presented itself in late March when an eyrie with 2 chicks in it was unfortunately blown down by high winds. One chick didn't survive the fall, but the other was brought, guess where? To World Bird Sanctuary's Wildlife Hospital. A bit bruised here. I'm going to share an image for you. Let me get this image for you.
Oh,
Can you see them?
yeah.
Isn't that
So
sweet?
great.
Yeah. And so, all right. So, introducing an eaglet to an adult eagle isn't as simple as dropping it in the enclosure. First, the eaglet is put into what the sanctuary refers to as baby jail, which is a heated, comfy cage made of wood and wire that protects the eaglet, but still allows some interaction between the birds so they can get used to one another. Well, basically, they discovered that Murphy has started to feed the eaglet on his own. So it's really, yeah. So we just want to send a big congratulations to Papa Murphy. And you can follow the World Bird Sanctuary on Facebook if you want to stay in the loop regarding Murphy and his foster baby. And you can donate to help feed. They're calling him number 23-126 or Dwayne the Rock, whatever you want to call him. But he eats apparently a ridiculous amount. So you can donate, and they also have an Amazon baby registry. Seriously. So you can check them out on their Facebook page. Here, let me. Yeah. So.
Wow.
Pretty,
Well,
pretty
thank
incredible,
you.
right? Yeah. Well, back to you, Dana.
Great job, Anya. My goodness. Nice reporting.
I'm just doing my job, Dana.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Great. So now it's up to you, David. I think we have our next reporter ready.
Oh, is this Diane with Turtle Talk? There she is.
It sure is. Thank you, David. Turtle Talk it is. So some forms of communication in the animal kingdom are pretty obvious, right? Dogs bark, birds chirp, lions roar, and humans speak. Sometimes we wish they wouldn't, but that's another story. Others are not so obvious. And as a result, we human animals have long believed that many sea creatures, including turtles, are non-vocal. So a recent research study by Gabriel Georgievich Cohen at the University of Zurich in Switzerland, I'm going to call him Gabriel, has corrected that. So Gabriel began the research on his own pet turtles based on the premise that reptiles do communicate verbally with each other. Researchers have often overlooked turtle noises, assuming that they were accidental or only defensive in nature. After validating his hypothesis, Gabriel expanded his research to a larger scale that combined his findings with previous research collected from 1,800 species. In one fascinating example, at least it's fascinating to me, David and Dana, he found that turtles began coordinating with each other vocally before they even take their first breath. So in an interview with the BBC, Gabriel said, quote, sea turtles will sing from within their egg to synchronize hatching. If they call from inside, then they all come out together and hopefully avoid being eaten. Isn't that adorable? Whoa.
So cute.
So now I can't see my story. Okay. Gabriel's research also determined that vocal communication in nose-breathing vertebrates evolved about 407 million years ago, which is much further back than scientists thought, and denoting a common ancestry. Bottom line here, David and Dana, is what started as a study on pet turtles grew to a research project requiring scientists to take a further look into the entire history of acoustic communication. And that leads the way for a deeper understanding of how all living beings, from sea creatures to humans, connect with one another.
Wonderful job there, Diane.
That's
You used
just
so many
doing
big
my
words.
job.
Yep, it was very impressive. And I understand the topic a lot better now. So thank you for that.
Yep.
Now, I think Dana, my co-anchor, has a story of her own to tell. Dana?
Yes,
Take it
I
away.
do, David. Thank you. Champions actor Kevin Iannucci talks World Down Syndrome Day and about getting a bear hug from Woody Harrelson. So growing up, Kevin Iannucci didn't often see himself represented in movies or TV shows, so he came up with a solution. He started rewriting shows to include himself in the plot. And he always believed that film and television should look like real life, and real life includes people like me too, he said. He doesn't have to do that anymore though, because Iannucci has a growing list of acting credits, most recently the heartwarming basketball comedy Champions, in which he stars alongside Woody Harrelson and Caitlin Olsen. Harrelson plays Marcus, a former minor league basketball coach who receives a court order to lead a team of players with intellectual disabilities. Initially disgruntled, he soon grows close to his players, including Iannucci's Johnny, and forges a romance with Johnny's older sister, Alex, played by Olsen. Iannucci cites meeting the Oscar-nominated Harrelson for the first time and getting to bear hug him, and as his favorite moment from making the film, which hit theaters earlier this month. And he's come a long way from adjusting TV scripts. He's quick to note he hasn't done it alone. It takes a village, he said, thanking his family and friends. Indeed, Iannucci's acting journey began with his loved ones when his older siblings and their friends included him in their short films. It was amazing to get the chance to play so many different characters, and it made me want to pursue acting even more, Iannucci said. His passion for acting grew from there, and now he loves everything about his chosen profession.
Well,
I enjoyed, yeah,
wow.
yeah, that's the story, David.
I've always secretly wanted to have a bear hug by Woody Harrelson, truth to tell.
I know, right?
So
Me too.
I'm really curious about how he managed to pull that off. But he must be a pretty smart kid, actually.
Yeah, he seems like he has a big heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you did a great job of reporting the story.
Oh, thank you, David. I'm just doing my job.
So
So now, actually, I'm going to introduce Sean, who has a fantastic story about laptop e-bikes. Hi, Sean.
Yeah, thank you, Dana. Thanks for having me. Always pleasure being here. More good news about saving the planet. A Kenyan high school teacher, Paul Waweru, has invented a way to turn gasoline. I'm getting the video up here. Oh, here it is. There you go. So he invented a way to turn gasoline powered bikes into electric ones. He collects old laptop batteries, takes the cells that can still hold a good charge, and configures them into battery packs to replace the internal combustion engines of existing scooters and bikes. His company, called Ecomobilius, sells these e-bikes, especially to couriers who love that they can avoid the high cost of gasoline. The Ecomobilius bikes require zero maintenance because there are no mechanical parts. A laptop battery pack lasts for about 60 miles and it can be fully charged in 45 minutes. And they save the air. This is it.
Cool.
That's great. Wow.
And thanks for including the video. That was really a good touch.
Yeah, just doing my job.
Great job. Great job.
Thank you.
Now, I think we have a story from Michael, and I'm going to let him take it from here.
Okay, Mike.
You're going to like this one, David. In South Dakota today, while watching the State of the State address by Governor Christy Noonan, I believe her name is, she announced a $1.5 billion grant for childcare, both prenatal and postnatal. It includes everything the mother and child need up until it's born, plus at least a year of all medical and food, anything else that the mother and child need after the child is born. And also mandated that the state employees get 12 weeks home leave after the birth or the adoption of any child, and is supplementing private business so that they may do the same. I really hate to talk about this because she is a Republican. And I think it's about time that they got around to taking care of the children after they were born, rather than up until then and then dump them. Anyway, that's my story. And
So how's that word spelled? Is that Republican, R-E? Are those the same people who usually, well, I won't go there.
Yeah, they are actually, and I started out as one of them. I mean, as I worked for Eisenhower when he became president.
Cool.
I supported Jerry Ford, but that didn't work out very well either. No, I'm not saying all Republicans are bad,
No,
although Trump has given them a really bad name.
maybe he's a rhino, a Republican in name only.
Well,
Huh?
I think she's probably going to be considered one now, considering the social program she's enacting for her state and her people.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank all of our reporters for going out into the world and collecting these stories from different news sources. And we were approached, of course, by a number of sources who wanted to further publicize their stories, and I hope we've accomplished that with this. So we thank them for their input, and thank all of you for your participation. I can't speak English here, sorry. Dana, do you have any further thoughts or comments, other than tune in next week for the next show?
Yeah, absolutely. Tune in next week for the next show, everyone. Definitely. So yeah, just great to be with you all. Good to see you, reporters, and everybody out there. Remember to be kind.
Thank you for that. Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was so much fun. Looking forward to the next week reporting. Thank you, David. Thank you, Dana.